What's up, everybody? Back to another edition of KCBJJ Homeschool here in my beautiful garage. Once again, got my buddy Jackson with me. He's going to help me demonstrate today. We're going to work on a basic Americana to an armbar, all from the mount. We've done this a lot in our kids class, and I still feel like as far as mount attacks are concerned, this is a really high percentage finish as well as a good follow-up to that. So let's get started. All right. Now Jackson kind of point his head out the garage door. He's gonna lay here at an angle, scoot down just a little bit so you have an ideal place. Cool. I'm gonna get my mount. Remember when I have my mount, I want my belly to stay low. I'm gonna start with double kickstands out, meaning my hands are gonna be wide in here. I've got my belly down on his, my heels are by his hips, and I'm staying, like I say, low as possible. If I sit upright and he bucks, I got a long way to fall. But if he bucks when I'm low, I'm not really going anywhere. This is good for me. I'm gonna attack his arm. He's doing a good job of keeping his arms in defensive frames where his elbows are in close and his forearms are up here in front of his chest. I have to fight that, not with one arm, not with two arms, but two arms and my entire body weight. So I come back, I grab this wrist, I grab it with the other hand, and I drop my whole body down to force it to the mat here. I wanna make sure I'm grabbing around the wrist with my thumb, my fingers here, and I'm keeping my elbow locked under his ear and against his neck. My other hand slides underneath the upper arm, grabs my wrist here, and my forearm will be parallel to his forearm. It'll run in line with it. Now, before I finish attacking, I want to pull everything in tight and take the slack out of it. I always think about pulling his thumb as close as possible to his shoulder. So I pull it down here and it shifts him over. It takes him out of alignment. It makes it really hard to defend. I'm gonna drag this down. When I drag it down, my elbow by the ear, I lean my weight towards that. I turn, look the direction of his elbow, pull this down and lift it in kind of an upward arc this way. So once again, from the start, we're here. I grab the wrist, I come up, other hand on the wrist as well. I drop my weight completely to overpower him, and my elbow goes down along the side of his jaw here. This hand slides underneath. I grab my wrist, our forearms run side by side now. I'm gonna pull everything in. When I pull it in, my elbow pushes his head to the side, his hand goes closer to his shoulder, and it's really, really tight. So anybody that you're practicing this on, go nice and slow, make sure they're paying attention, okay? Pull it down, you're gonna drag the hand towards your knee, your elbow is gonna go up to the sky, and your eyes follow the elbow as you go to make sure your shoulders are doing most of the work here. Boom, just like that, okay? So that's a really good beginning attack. Let's look at a follow-up. I'm gonna have him pivot just a little bit so you can see things from this angle, and then I'm gonna turn it so we can see it from the other angle as well. I start here, same initial attack, grab the wrist, my whole body drops down with it here, forces it to the mat, elbow in tight, I'm going here, but sometimes in the process he starts to lift his arm, you're having a hard time finishing it, he's managing to defend. So now I lift my arms and I push this across his chest, my hands are gonna rest on his far shoulder here. So I have somewhere to put my weight, okay? So from here to here, hand on the shoulder. I'm gonna slide up now. My knee goes up to the top of his head, and while that happens, my other leg goes out straight, right there. See that? Cool little disco move. I pull the heel back and I lean down towards his legs. When I lean down towards the legs, I pull this to the middle of my chest, and I'm crushing him the whole time. You can't see it, but he's changing a lot of colors. Leg slides over, I sit down and pull my heels in. I like to pull this heel kind of towards the shoulder, this one up against the body, and I stay over his face here. I'm gonna come back, bring his arm with me, make sure that I lift this up before I go back, and it'll kill all the space between us. I want no space. Come down, boom, armbar right there. Once again, run through the series, you okay? All right. Here, hand on the wrist, drop it down, elbow in tight, grab my own wrist here. Having a hard time finishing, so I bring it across his body and I push it down on his chest. Use that, hold your weight so you can slide up. I slide up, knee to the top of the head, leg out with the disco kick. I turn, step over, crush the lunch out of his belly, pull this up high, hold the heels in, come back, and boom, right there. Armbar explosion. One more angle, just so you can kind of see how I rotate around with my legs, okay? So, here, grab, drive it down, bang, just like this. Can't finish, pull it across, hands on the shoulders. I'm gonna slide up, watch this, boom. Leg out, turn it and lean on his belly. Make yourself as heavy as possible. Sit down, pull the arm up, heels in tight, come back. Boom, right there. Tight arm bar. Yeah, feel okay? Not really, you want me to stop? All right, everybody. So that's a good basic drill you can do at home with just about anybody that can bear your weight. Sometimes you can push the limits and see if they're capable of that. If not, well, at least now you know. Let us know if you have any problems with that. Jackson, got anything to add? No? Okay, don't have a big lunch before you practice that, and you should be good. All right, thanks for watching.